sitting here editing this video and I realized I never made a proper intro. This video started out as my August TBR and then quickly turned into a reading vlog of my August TBR, and then we had like a little wrap up of what I read, what I didn't get to. So that's what this is. I'm calling it August Ultimate Book Video. I'm hoping it's not that long when I get to editing it, but I have a feeling it's a long one. You'll know. And yeah, hope you enjoy. Okay, let's get to spinning. I'm gonna pick 6 books. I'd say I probably read anywhere from 6 to 8 physical books a month. That might be wrong. It might be more than that. Guaranteed for the month are A Court of Silver Flames, Accomplice to the Villain. Those are like guaranteed I'm gonna read. I'm doing a spin wheel. I just put in a bunch of prompts. We'll do 6 and see how we feel. Let's go do more. Adaptation book. Okay, this is any book that has been adapted or will be adapted. We're gonna go for will be into a movie. I'm gonna do my reread of The Love Hypothesis. I just picked up this gorgeous collector's edition, and all my friends are reading it for the first time. So it's been so long since I read it. Next spin. Seasonal read. Well, it's summer. Right off the bat, Annabelle Monaghan books. I have Same Time Next Summer and Summer Romance. I could do Atmosphere, but I'm not actually sure when that takes place. Yeah, nothing else is screaming. Oh, Summer in the City by Alex Asterig. But I'm gonna do Same Time Next Summer because I want to save Summer Romance. I don't know why. I'm wary of this. It's Second Chance, First Loves. I'm hesitant because when they meet up again, she has a fiance, and so like I trust it'll be fine. A lot of people love this book, but in my head I'm like, how is that gonna work? Let's do another spin. Water on cover. Immediately I have Friends to Lovers by Sally Blakely. They're in the Water. Also Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. An Unexpected Paradise by Chelsea Curto. There's the ocean there. Fortunately, it's another romance, but Sail Remember Me has water. We have Sail Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I've only ever read Just for the Summer. That's a contender. An Unexpected Paradise by Chelsea Curto. I love the DC Star series. My originals are hidden here. I have more copies up there. Different covers. And I got this sent. It's signed. It's Grumpy Sunshine, Colleague, Fake Dating. So this one's really good. Oh, I'm excited. Then you have Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I've heard mixed things about this. I think I could like it. I think I really could like it. But I am already reading Ali Hazelwood, so then I'm not sure if I want to put another one on. And then I just picked up Friends to Lovers by Sally Blakely. It's really cute about friends who are like each other's dates to weddings. Something happens, they don't talk for a while, and then they have to be each other's date to another wedding because no one knows why they stopped being friends. So I'm intrigued. You know what? I think I want to go with Friends to Lovers. It's giving me the beachy vibes. Oh, it's their family shared summer home for the wedding. So yeah. No, I'm gonna go with Friends to Lovers by Sally Blakely for Water on the Cover. Spin number 4. Even number of pages. This is kind of a mood read. What is calling to me? Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Let's see. How many pages is she? I've heard such good things about this book. 332. That works. It's really hard to get some books out of this. If you do a TBR cart, don't fill it to the brim. It makes it very hard to actually get the books out to read them. 536. I'm gonna decide between these two. Atmosphere gives me much more summer vibes, but I don't really care about that. And I read Six of Crows last month, so I should just continue with the series. This year read the Shadow and Bone trilogy. Just read Six of Crows. So I do really want to get into this. I'm gonna go with Cricket Kingdom for even number of pages. Spin number 5. Standalone. There are equally so many and so little choices for this. I could do Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson that just came out. The Missing Half by Ashley Flowers. We Still Live Here by Marcus Kluwer. I think Blood Over Brighthaven is a standalone. Bury Our Bones in Midnight Soil. Swordheart, I think, is a standalone. There's a Life of Addie LaRue. And They Were Roommates. Narrow that down. Oh, I could do Sounds Like Love by Ashley Postman. I think I'm gonna do We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kluwer. This book is both creeped me out and intrigued me every time I've heard someone talk about it. But a woman and her fiance, I'm pretty sure, go to this house in the middle. They like flip houses. The fiance goes into town or something, and the woman is left there alone, and this family comes in like, hey, we used to live here, can we come in, or something like that, and chaos ensues. But my biggest fear is home invasion, so it scares me, but I think I'm so intrigued by it. Also, absolutely, I love the cover because it shines. Why the hell is there a non-removable Barnes exclusive sticker? Non-removable. I've never seen this before. Usually it's like Good Morning America or like Reese's Book Club. Barnes, it frustrates me to my core. So I'm gonna add We Used to Live Here for standalone. Spin number 6, and we'll determine after this if I want to do another one because it's going pretty well. Oh, the computer's so tired and you can hear it. Book from someone else's TBR. This is actually, I did this after my friend Kate. Everyone go check out her channel. She just did her TBR and uploaded it, and so I was like, yeah, I could add that because I could just pick from her TBR. So her TBR was, we have Chasing the Wild, Naturals, Cash, Love Hypothesis, and Apprentice to the Villain. I have read the Naturals, Cash, Love Hypothesis, and Apprentice to the Villain. Love Hypothesis I am rereading. I have that in there. I am rereading Assistant to the Villain right now, so I could put Apprentice to the Villain for another reread. Garnet Flats, I don't own the Eden series, and I haven't read the first one, so I'm not gonna put that one on there. Chasing the Wild. That one I'm gonna put on my TBR. This is the book. It's Small Town Cowboy Taboo series. I don't know. All I know about it is that the 4th one's gonna come out in August, and Teddy Hamilton is the narrator. So she put it on because that book is coming out and she wants to get through the series. So I will put that on my TBR as well. And you know what? We'll go to 8. So we're gonna do our 7th spin. Also there. Random number generator, that's a good one. So I'm gonna count my TBR card. Okay, we're gonna go with 60. Okay. 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21. Oh. An Ember in the Ashes by Sabah Tahir. Sabah Tahir. Sorry. This has been on my TBR for a bit. I've loved this cover like for forever, and then I recently decided to just buy all of them. I have low hopes I'm gonna get to it, only because I'm rereading ACOTAR, but reading Silver Flames for the first time. I'm reading the From Blood and Ash series for the first time. I know this is YA and siblings And that's about all I remember from everyone talking about it, but I don't really want to like know too much, so this will be our pick for number 7. So now let's do number 8. Flowers on cover. I can do Alive and Wells, Ready or Not, has flowers. The Companion Project by Chelsea Curto has flowers. Barrier Bones in the Midnight Soil has flowers. Okay, this one also has flowers. And that would be great because that would completely catch me up on the series because I've read the first 2. If I could do Nightshade, Name Them All. This is so hard. I think I'm gonna go with one of these just to get them off the top of my card. Okay, Alive and Wells would start a series, which I don't think I want to do right now. Beg, Borrow, and Steal would be a good one, again, because it would catch me up on a series. I'm really intrigued by this. I love Sarah Adams' writing. It's so quick and easy. Again, her great picks. The Companion Project would be fun. It's also like fake dating, but like with an app that you can get a fake date on. I think I'm also gonna put this away only because I am in no rush to read it. And then I have Ready or Not by Kara Best. Rivals to Lovers or Pregnancy. I'm gonna put Beg, Borrow, or Steal on my TBR. For adaptation book, we went with The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, a reread for me. Then for seasonal read, it's summer, so Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. Then we had Water on Cover, and I went with Friends to Lovers by Sally Blakely. Then we had Even Number of Pages, so I went with Cricket Kingdom by Lily Bardugo. Then we had a book from somebody else's TBR, and we went with Chasing the Wild from Caitlin's TBR. Then we had Standalone, and we picked We Used to Live Here by Marcus Cleaver. Then we had Random Number Generator, and we got An Ember in the Ashes by Sabah Tahir. And then Flowers on the Cover, Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams. So this, plus Chasing the Wild, are my August TBR. Okay, so you already know this because of the title of the video, or maybe whatever intro I tack on at the beginning of this video, but I, right now, am like, let me vlog me reading my TBR, because I'm not gonna get this out in a timely manner in which to just have a TBR video up. So I figured, okay, what if I show me picking my books and then show me reading the books. It is August 10th. And I have read one book of my TBR so far. I have read Chasing the Wild. I can't vlog me reading it because I already read it, but Chasing the Wild, I gave this I think a 3.5. It was pretty good. It wasn't like my favorite. I wasn't like, absolutely gushing over Colt Wilder, but I was intrigued. I didn't hate the ex's dad thing. I thought I would, but the way that it was presented was like, it was fine, I think. To me, it was fine. Anyway, that's the first book knocked off. I'm reading the second book right now. I'm reading Friends to Lovers by Sally Blakely on my Kindle, but I do have the physical copy here. I put my bookmark in. So I am like 61% through. I'm on Thursday. Our female main character, Joni, she moves to New York. And Ren, our male main character, is still in Portland. So they see each other when they are plus ones to the wedding. And the book takes place in like 2 timelines-ish. Like a past moving timeline and then a present week. So Joni's sister, Stevie, is getting married. And so they're back at the Portland beach house. And it takes place from like Monday to Sunday or something. So the week of the wedding is what our present timeline is. And then our past timeline is 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Weddings that they attended as each other's plus one. 2.5 years ago, something happened. I still don't know what it is. And they hadn't talked from then until present day. So we're finding out why. We're getting their friendship in the past. We're getting them rekindling now. We're trying to figure out what the fuck happened that they stopped talking for 2.5 years. Feels dramatic. And how are they gonna be lovers by the end of this? I don't know. But I'm on Thursday, 61%. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm not like super connected with the characters, but I am intrigued to find out what happened. And I like them in the present. You know, I like the tension of like, we haven't talked in a while, but we have to, oh, and they have to pretend that they're still friends, because other than her sister and the fiance, no one else knows that they stopped being friends. So they're trying to protect that for their families. So I have a feeling their family's like, no, they're just not like saying anything. That's what I feel like. This is what I'm reading right now currently on my Kindle, because it's easier, and I have been running around, so I have not physically read this. I've also been reading all of the Assistant to the Villain, all the books in that series, because the third one just came out, so I reread books 1 and 2 and then read the third. So that's been my like main physical read, so henceforth why I've been reading this on my Kindle. Watching Ellen Catherine. I'm gonna finish this, or try to finish it tonight, and then I will talk to you about it, and then the next time you'll see me is whenever I pick up another of my physical books. That's all I have to say on that. I'm gonna go shower and then hop back into Friends to Lovers. Pretty sure I just read the big third act conflict. Reeling, and now I'm at 2.5 years ago, which is the whole reason they stopped talking. And I'm feeling like it's gonna be so dumb. Sorry to my sis, but I think this is gonna be really dumb. Unless it's not. I don't know. Couldn't be me. No, couldn't be me. Who's crying over words on paper? Not me. I literally just got home from work. As you saw, I finished Friends to Lovers last night. Who's crying over this book? Not me. What? So yeah, I finished Friends to Lovers by Sally Blakely last night, and I rated this a 4 stars. Like, majority of it, I wasn't like super invested. I still liked the story. I still, you know, felt the beachy vibes, the like summer vibes in general. I don't know, I didn't like fully connect with the characters, but like I think something's broken up here, because even though I don't really connect with the characters, I fucking pulled my eyes out at the end. Can't explain it. I was crying at when the third act conflict happens, aka like when we get revealed the 2.5 years ago what happened. I think I was crying a little bit at the end of that, and then when we get a present, they were like having conversations, like tough conversations, and that for some reason was really getting to me. So that's why I was crying to this book. Yup. It was like, I honestly, like, I can't explain it. I don't know why it hit me so hard, but it did. I enjoyed the way the book ended, and then I liked the epilogue. It was a cute little wrap up. So 4 stars, solid read. I would recommend it. That's that done. Book 2 of 8 complete. I don't know what I'm gonna read next off of my TBR. I love when my Kindle actually syncs. There was the last like month, it won't sync to what I read on my phone, and it's been pissing me off. I have to restart my Kindle in order for it to be like, oh, jump to current page read, like, or if I click sync to furthest page, it's like just says syncing to furthest page for like 5 minutes. I'm like, bitch. I decided to start We Still Live Here by Marcus Clear. I heard this is really creepy. I don't know, I'm in the mood for a creepy vibe. I also just like needed a sec from romance, you know. So far I've only read the first little chapter. They don't have numbers, so that's fun. We start with Eve. She's at this house. It's described as like very secluded in the woods. The road's like a 5-minute walk. This family of 5 walks up to the house, knocks on the door, and they're like, hi, Dad's like, I grew up here. I just want to show my family the house. And she's like, because she's home alone because her girlfriend is out in town. And the whole time I'm like, girl, don't let them in. Go grow a backbone. Don't let them in. But like, that's her whole character arc. Well, I'm assuming that's her arc, because her whole thing at the beginning is like, you know, face your fears, you know, say no on your own merit, like, you know, stand up for yourself, which, oh, I relate. I am such a people pleaser. I do not like saying no. She just allowed them in, so I have no idea where it's gonna go from here. I didn't think that situation was gonna be like the first thing we saw, so I got my goldfish. I'm ready to read a little bit before bed. I'm probably only gonna do one more chapter. It was pretty long. It ended on like page 27-ish. We'll got a good chunk. I got to page like 40 something. I read a little more than I thought I would. Got sucked in. And now I've got to page 127. So I'm like a little under halfway. We're getting spooky. We're getting spooked out here. At the end of the like mixed media sections I was talking about, there's Morse code. And so I have been translating the Morse code, and I'm not going to say what it says thus far, just in case anyone wants to read this and wants to do it for themselves, but it's kind of a fun addition to it. I have no idea where it's going, the Morse code, and the story, I'm very intrigued as to what the conclusion of this all will be, because it's kind of like weird. You know, it's not like it's all impossible things that are happening, but they're just like weird things in combination, you know? One thing happening, not that weird. All these things happening at once, kind of weird. So, first I discovered that the spine has, I think it says we used to live here. I don't think the spine says we used to live here. I'm gonna translate the spine real quick. Okay, I translated the spine. It does not say we used to live here. It says a name was here. The Morse code is fun. I like want to learn it. I might have learned Morse code by the end. The amount of times I've had to look up these letters. E is a dot. H is 4 dots. S is 3. 2 dots is I. I'm learning. This is what reading does. You learn. I totally forgot I was vlogging, but I just finished. We Still Live Here. The blog. I will talk about it tomorrow. My brain hurts. I realized I never talked about We Still Live Here. I ended up rating it a 4 stars. Could be higher, but I need to sit with it because it kind of went crazy, and I kind of like, my brain doesn't understand the ending. And the Morse code didn't really make total sense to me, and Morse code on the spine really doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, I really liked it. I think it's a great, like, horror thriller. I'm very excited for the Netflix movie because I think it could be really good. And apparently Blake Lively is gonna be, I think, the main girl. I think Eve. We're now 3 out of 8, and I am reading 4th. I started Love Hypothesis tonight. I got on page 59 right now. Probably just gonna get to the end of this chapter and then go to sleep because it's almost midnight and I have a doctor's appointment and work tomorrow. So I'll end this at like page 68, which will be chapter 4. Chapter 2 in this is over 30 pages. I forgot that the chapters were long. Not that I'm complaining, I love Adam Carlton. This is a reread for me. I read it 2 years ago-ish, because I think I read it when I was in DC. So to be honest, I don't remember a lot about it. I remembered the very beginning. It is currently 1:30 a.m. I'm on chapter 15, page 238. I can't put it down. I don't want to stop. I love fake dating. We're doing a lot of not really talking to each other. But it's okay, because, like, they're still getting to know each other. You know, I feel like a decent amount of fake dating is, like, they know each other enough prior. But this one's kind of like they're just jumping in. And also, I fucking forgot how much I fucking hate Tom. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. Don't really remember when I updated you last. But I started Cricket Kingdom on my Kindle. I also have it physically next to me. I put my bookmark where I am. I'm literally like 24 pages into it, I think. I'm on chapter 2. Yeah, I don't want to obviously like talk too much about this since it's the second in a duology. 6 of Crows, which is the first in this duology, follows 6 thieves, like just generally like bad people to the general public, whatever. They live on this island thing in a town called Ketterdam. God, I haven't said any of these words out loud. And there's this one guy named Kaz Brecker, and he's like the leader of this like gang called the Dregs. I don't think he's technically the leader. He's not the leader technically. But he's like very prominent and like is like kind of like a big name. So he gets assigned basically this mission to break into another territory's prison to get this guy that made a drug that's like controversial. So he puts together this group of 6 and they are going to do a heist. Last one ended kind of crazy. I don't remember what I gave 6 of Crows. If I had to think of it right now, it would be like a 4-star. I wasn't obsessed with it like a lot of people are. Like but I can't like pinpoint why. Like it's 3rd person point of view, but I've been reading so much of that lately, like I don't really feel like that really affects me that much, but like maybe it did in that one. And then also there's so many point of views you're switching, but the chapters are so long. So I think that also makes me take a second, because I'm like, it takes me a while to get through a chapter, and then like I'm not in that person's point of view until like 5 chapters later, but that's like 100 pages later. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, that's what if I had to like pinpoint it that's like a reason why I'm not like obsessed. I do love the characters. I do love the little, it's like such crumbs of romance for like the main character couple. One of the secondary ones, we get a little more of their like romance in the first book, and then the third pairing it's like they're each in little pairings. That one, crumbs, like absolute crumbs. Anyway, I'm on chapter 2 of this right now. I'm gonna try to get a decent amount of it done tonight. I'm hoping to get, there's like four parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so if I can get through part 1 and 2, that would be great. Very excited to continue. I've heard a lot of people say this is even better. I hope it is, because the only thing about it is that I don't have a clear like vision of what will occur. Like in the first book, it's like, this is a heist book. There's a heist. They're getting put together to do a heist. Like, it's so clear to me like what to expect from it. But then this one, like, the thing that happens at the end of the first one is like clearly what they're gonna solve, but like it doesn't feel like a whole book's worth of plot. It feels more like the beginning third. I don't know what's happening. It's basically the answer, is that I just don't know what to expect from this book. So I'm very intrigued where it's gonna go. I'm very excited to get more of the characters. I feel like I've heard that something sad happens in it, and I'm terrified. Mostly because, like, I like all the characters, and it wouldn't make sense for any of them to, like, die, God forbid. I hope it's not that. She's, like, so good at showing us just enough to keep us, like, placated and think we know what's going on. And then it'll switch to another chapter, and we'll learn that everything we thought was happening, or, like, the danger we thought they were in, they're not even there. Alright, I'm back home with Crooked Kingdom. I'm on page 199. We just got a little cameo from someone from the original trilogy, which is really interesting. Don't know where that's gonna go, but like literally as soon as we got this cameo, cut to different POV. Not even in the same stratosphere of the same plane. Very intrigued what that is and what's going on with that. I'm really enjoying this so far. I think I'm enjoying it more than the first one. It's hard to say. So, like I said before, the first one, it's, like, very clear what we're doing, what the end goal is. This one, like, I guess we know what the end goal, like, yeah, I suppose we know what the end goal is, but there's so many other things happening, like, we're not directly going to the end goal. We're, like, doing all these other things. So, in that way, I'm kind of, like, I also feel way more connected to the characters. Like, I don't feel like I'm bored in anyone's POV, whereas in the first book, because I was learning who the characters were, it was a little, like, tedious getting to know them, and then I'm being in their POV and, like, caring. So, yeah, I'm liking the characters more, the plot, I'm confused where we're going. I'm intrigued. Don't get me wrong, I am intrigued. I'm like also getting way more scared about what will happen in this, because I do love all the characters. I've made it to 50% of Crooked Kingdom. Oh my lord. Bro, everything is going wrong. At the end of each of their chapters, something's gone wrong. Like I said, we're at the oh shit phase. That's what I'm gonna call it. But 50% through. I have to get ready to go to work soon, so I want to get more through it, because I'm enjoying it and I want to know what happens, and I want everyone to be safe. My favorite character is Waylon. Something about him, cutie patootie. I love everyone, but specifically, he's my favorite. Kaz pisses me off a lot. I get it, but ugh, they're all great. Guys, I don't know what's going on with me lately, but I keep falling asleep reading my Kindle. Like, maybe it's because I'm laying down when I'm reading, but I've literally fallen asleep like 7 times reading. Like, I never get past like 5 pages. It's really sad because I love reading. Maybe I'm also just very fucking tired. 60% through. I'm 3:32. So much shit is happening right now. I'm like, how are they gonna get out of this? How are they gonna get out of this for real? But also, it just happened. They used the word Llewellyn, and it just, like, if you're a fourth wing girl, you know, like, who is Llewellyn, what is Llewellyn, is, like, a big, like, inside joke within that series. So it's just, like, cracking up that they has the name Llewellyn in here. It's, like, the funniest thing to ever occur is for you to, like, ask another fourth wing girl, like, what is Llewellyn? Who is Llewellyn? Out of nowhere. Like, it's so funny to do that. I'm on chapter 28. Jesper. Oh my god, something wild happened in the last Jesper chapter. Jesper chapter. I literally was like, no. I like put my Kindle down. I was like, I can't believe that happened. So, I mean, if you know, you know, maybe. I don't think that's very clear, but I was screaming. At first I was like, thank fuck, and then I was like, what the fuck? I'm now 68%. So 12 more percent until I feel like pretty good about it. I want to get to 80% by noon. It's 10:06 a.m. So I think I can do it. It literally says I have like 3 hours and 52 minutes until I finish the book, which feels crazy. But that does mean that it would line up with like 1 p.m. No, with like 2 p.m., which would be great. It would be great. Because officially, there is 1 week left to the end of the month. So I have 1 week to read 3 more books, which are 2 romances and then 1 more fantasy, which I think I can do. I look ridiculous. Finish the Jesper chapter. I'm so scared. Like, this last, like, 180 pages-ish. Oh, it's gonna be so... I'm so scared. Especially because of one thing a character just said. It feels like subtle foreshadowing. Based on how I know that this book wrecks people, I don't feel good about it. This much left. I think it's just like a little under 80% technically. Part 6, action and echo. I'm so scared. Oh, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool at all. officially finished Crooked Kingdom. I gave it a 4.5. You know, I never noticed there's like blood. You see that red? This book was so good and broke something in me at some point. I can't say. I mean, y'all saw me crying earlier, so. And honestly, I didn't think it was gonna get to me because I liked the series and I like the characters, but I didn't think I was like that invested in them enough for me to have that emotional pull. It's very easy for me to get emotional for a book, but there has to be like, I have to somewhat be connected to characters, and I didn't think I was like at a point like that, but oh my god, I was. So yeah, this was great. I'm so glad I finished the duology, so that's beautiful. I think this was better to me because I was more into the characters and like understood their dynamics and stuff, where Six of Crows I was still like learning all that, and I found it to be a little bit harder for me to grasp than I anticipated. So this one definitely like flowed better for me, and I also loved there were like multiple heists and cons, and I wrote it in my Goodreads review, but I was like, it's kind of like an onion, peeling back all the cons and finding out all it goes on until the very end. Like I said earlier, we have officially 1 week to read 3 more books, and we still have Begbrower Steel, Same Time Next Summer, and An Ember in the Ashes. It is Wednesday the 27th, and I am just starting Begbrower Steel. I've also decided that I don't think I want to read Same Time Next Summer. Like maybe, but everything I've heard about it makes me wary to read it. And then I'm kind of like out of the summer mood, to be honest. For now, I'm tabling it. But 6 out of 8 will not be bad. But I'm gonna start this. I'm trying to get 50 to 100 pages in, which shouldn't be hard because I feel like I fly through Sarah Adams books. Like and I've only read 2. When in Rome and Practice Makes Perfect, like super quick reads, like page turning, addicting. Like I love a good like tensiony workplace romance. Like it just looks so good, and the emails I'm so intrigued by. So yeah, I think I'm gonna fly through this. Basically, we are following Emily and Jack. They all take place in Rome, Kentucky, and they all follow this family of 3 sisters and a brother. In the first book, When in Rome follows the brother, Practice Makes Perfect follows the youngest sister, and this follows Emily, our oldest sister. Emily is a 2nd grade teacher, and since her freshman year of college, she's been like nemesises with Jack, trying to one-up each other, trying to get opportunities over each other, and eventually they worked as 2nd grade teachers at the same school in Rome. And then like 4 months before the book takes place, Jack moves to Nebraska with his fiance, and they're supposed to be getting married. When the book starts, she finds out through town gossip, because this is like a small town. Love that aspect of it. Everyone knows each other's business. Something happens, and by the end of the day, everyone knows. Through the town gossip, Emily finds out that Jackson is not getting married. The marriage is not happening. And she's like, T. And then she finds out that he's back in town. They start their little rivalry together. He's moving into the house next to hers. She's like, hell no, we're not gonna have this. There's also like an aspect of it where she's trying to write a romance novel, and he is a best-selling mystery author, but he's under a pen name, so no one knows, and no one knows that she's writing a romance book. So that's like a fun aspect of it. Haven't really gotten much into that, but as far as their like little rivalry thing goes, I'm loving it so far. Highly recommend. This whole series has been like just a fun, cute little time. This one has the makings to be my favorite. We'll see. I love Boy Obsessed, and I feel like he can give that. I'm gonna read like a couple more chapters. I'd love to get to 100. Last you saw me 2 seconds ago, I updated you on Beg, Borrow, Steal. I gave you a little synopsis. I talked your ear off, and I said I'm gonna read, I think it was on page like 60 or something then, and I said I'm just gonna read like a chapter or two more. Yeah, no, last night I read till page 172. I read 100 more pages from that moment. I was eating this up. I literally could not put it down. So now I'm like basically halfway through. Loving it. I am eating this up. I love, because they're like the nemesis. Whoa, hello. They're nemesis. The nemesi? They're nemesis. They are nemesis. Nemesises. Sure. But they're like kind of navigating this like newly formed like friendship. Like, oh, you know, maybe we can be friends. Like, maybe we don't have to be like at each other's throats. Like, I love how they're navigating that, but still have some of that like wit and banter, doing that while also like maintaining this friendship, because you don't want to be like too mean that you're like, oh, I guess we're not friends. Like, oh, it's eating so much. And Jack is literally like my ideal book boyfriend, like kind of a, not golden retriever, but kind of a golden retriever, blondish. A lot of people hate blondes. I love a blonde because usually they're sweeter. And I like sweet. He knows things like that she doesn't even know that he knows, but he remembers, like that kind of thing. I eat it up. So yeah, I'm on my lunch break right now at work. So I have like 30 more minutes-ish. So I'm gonna try to read a little bit more. I'll probably get to page like 200 something. Like, this has the makings to be a 5-star, and I hope it stays that way. And she just sent him her manuscripts. I forgot about that. Like, I just know he's gonna eat it up, but he's still gonna help her. Because she's like, he's gonna help her, and it's gonna be so good. Okay, I feel like this quote sums up our FMC Emily. She's talking about her sisters and how much she like helps cheer them on in their dreams, but she's kind of like put herself on the back burner. She says, I've made helping them achieve their dreams my whole personality, my main objective, and I've never realized until this moment how much I needed someone to do that for me, how good it feels to be on the receiving end of a person believing in you. Oh, that's exactly what she needs. Oh, I love Jack. And I love Emily. Older sister energy to the T. I officially finished Beg, Borrow, Steal. I'm giving it a 5 stars. The vibes were so good. Third act conflict, that got me all. But I love how it was resolved. I love their connection. I wish the epilogue was a little bit more than just a text exchange. But it was still really good, the epilogue. It was also 1 page. But yeah, I feel like I've covered most of what I love about this. Like their dynamic, the banter, some of the emails were like from the past. There were 2 like unsent drafts. Those killed me. The Walker siblings are everything, and I'm so excited for Maddie's book. I'm intrigued for that book. I'm hesitant to think I'll like it. Childhood best friends to lovers. The male character is like their family friend that they've known forever. But when I read the description, the blurb or whatever of it, and then like the little hints we got in here, he's like been in love with her forever. That we kind of get that in here. And when she comes back to the town, like his brother's trying to get her, and I'm just like, that's icky as hell, because he definitely knows that his brother's in love with her. And in this one, it was like she's always had a huge crush on the brother, and I'm like, I'm hesitant about a love triangle. But in that scenario where like one of the guys like knows the other has feelings, especially when it's brothers, I'm just thinking the Summer I Turned Pretty. It irritates me a little bit because I just feel so bad, and I love a down bad male, but I hate when someone close to them knows that and like doesn't care. I think it's something I need to get over. But with Sarah Adams writing it, I might like it. This is our first 5-star of my August TBR, not my first 5-star of the month. And now I'm thinking maybe I do just read at the same time next summer. Okay, I picked up Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan, and I am 80 pages in. Oh, I hope that's not annoying. Whatever. I am liking it so far. Oh, we're gonna be cutie pies. We're gonna be cutie pies on camera. Yeah. I'm not hating it as much as I didn't think I was gonna hate it, but I'm not disliking it so far. But basically, Sam comes back to the beach house that her family has had for years, and Wyatt is there for that summer. They really only have like 2 interactions, and they both were like less than 10 seconds, like nothing crazy. So I'm intrigued how we're gonna like reestablish them as like interests for each other now. But the book follows like 2 timelines. Then when they were 16 and dated the first time, and then now when she comes back. Oh, I should have grabbed sunglasses, it's so bright. When she comes back and is with her fiance Jack. It's interesting to get the past timeline. The past timeline is also like dual POV. They're in 3rd person, but it follows both Wyatt and Sam. I don't know if the present will switch. I don't think so. At the moment, her fiance just seems kind of blah, whatever. Honestly, if I can finish this all today, that would be ideal. I just want to read my books and ignore my adult problems bookmark that I got at Indigo. I've made it to part 2. That was something. I don't want to like spoil this. There is an element in here, that is super similar to Rewind It Back by Liz Tom 40. And it, so we found out why they stopped talking and like broke up, and it kind of sucked. But again, now I think we are in a purely now timeline, and I'm interested to see how they possibly navigate out of this. I don't know how I feel. I really, like, I'm over halfway through now. The last time I saw someone talk about this book, they were like, this close to the end, they were like, the fiance's still there. And I'm like, okay. So this is where I get hesitant. But I made it through. I didn't cry. Although tears were starting. I was welling up. But then I was like, they're not real. But I did. Like, I do like them as a couple more than what we see of her and Jack. But I just was like, whatever. I fear it's happened. I have cried. I have less than 100 pages left. Finished. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel. I didn't hate it, but like, I think it's been obvious. I don't know that I didn't love it. But I did finish it in a day, so that was fun. But I feel like if you're gonna go into this book, it's really about dissolving of relationship. Like, you're really just following the breakdown of her relationship with Jack and how she's like finding herself again, like coming to realize that she's kind of stuffed herself into this box and she like wants to find herself. That's kind of what it is. And I know that her books skew more women's fiction, that direction, and that the romance is like kind of a subplot. I wish we had a bit of Wyatt's perspective in the now timeline, because we knew how he was feeling back then, but we never really got to know his development from his perspective. I don't know how I'm gonna rate it. This is not a bad book at all. It's not a bad book. I just didn't like it. I want to give it a 3 stars, but that feels so low, especially because the other day I rated, I still have it on here, oh yeah, Taming the Heart. I give it a 3.5. This is a better book, to be quite honest. I just didn't have a good time. I think I'm going to settle on a 3 stars. But I enjoyed that I read it. I think it's an interesting perspective. That's what I love about reading, is like, you get to read about people that don't think the same way as you, that have experiences that are different from you. And I definitely enjoyed hearing Sam's perspective and like the lesson of shoving yourself in a box for someone else. Like, oof, I would never do that, and I really, after reading this, would never want to do that, because like, it just sucks. Also, I really wish we got Wyatt's perspective in the now or whatever, because the reason that they like broke up that whole big hoopla, we don't get to know how Wyatt worked through that, or how he like, you know what I mean? I just feel like there wasn't. I wish we got that. I mean, her and Wyatt, like, are clearly a great couple. There's nothing more I can say. I like my silly, goofy romances. Sometimes I like an emotional read, but this one was just like hurt my soul. Hurt my soul. So yeah, 7th book of the August TBR done, with 2 more days of August, and I have 1 more book that I'm still debating if I want to read or not. Welcome to my September TBR Welcome to my August TBR wrap up. I picked out 8 books and I have read 7 of them. Oh, let's talk about that. I have read many more books in the month. Oh, my hair is so bad right now. Just ignore that, please. I've read many more than the 7 that I read off my TBR, but I'm just gonna recap what I read from my TBR because I think I read like 20 something books and this would be such a long video. So I'm also like, at the end of the year, I'm gonna do like a huge video of all the books I read this year because right now I'm currently over 200 books. And I just feel like I lock in and all I want to do is read a book. It doesn't even matter what book it is. I just want to read a book. So that's been my issue as of late. Anyway, first book I read was Chasing the Wild by Elliot Rose, which I don't have, but we're just going to hold up Saving the Rain. I gave Chasing the Wild a 3.5 stars. This book was a ex's dad romance, which didn't totally bother me except for like he kept being like, oh, she's my son's girl, when they had been broken up for like a decent amount of time. The ex kept being like, oh, my girlfriend, and like all this stuff, and it was like, no, she's not, she hasn't been, why are you saying that? And that was a little like weird to me. Like, I'm okay with a taboo romance if we don't harp on the taboo. And I think with a lot of these books in the series is that they kind of harp on it. I did go ahead and read the rest of them. Like, I just finished this yesterday. This is the ex. He has his own little taboo stepbrother romance. But anyway, that just was harped on a little bit. And then it also had the daddy kink, which I am not a big fan of. I can get past it, but not when, I don't like when it's either the person is a dad, specifically if they have a young kid who literally calls them daddy, because that's like a normal thing for a young kid to call their dad. That's when I really don't like it in that circumstance. I think there was a book, Finn or something. And then also when the male is old enough to be the female's dad, like that weirds me out a little bit too. And their age gap was 17 years, but like she's the same age as his, as his son, and he's his son's dad. So that was that. But that's why it's a 3.5. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. The spice was good, other than the daddy of it all. And I felt their love. Their romance was good. But there was just like too many things that were like taking me out of it. That I just like, it was a fine book. It was fine. Not my favorite of the series. Next book I read was Friends to Lovers by Sally Blakely with these gorgeous spread edges. I gave this one a 4 stars. And I'm sure I said it during my vlog or whatever, but like I wasn't really feeling too super connected with the characters in this. You know, this kind of felt like watching a drama. You're like, you guys are making choices. But I did like their dynamic, and I did get really emotional at the end, and I cried, and I didn't think I would, but I did. That's kind of been par for the course for me. But yeah, it was a 4 stars. It was solid. It was just, you know, I'm not going to think about this a ton, and I bet I would recommend it. I think my friend just picked this up, so pray for me, because I don't know where I'm going to put any of these books, like this book specifically. Then I read We Used to Live Here with the stupid non-removable Barnes & Noble exclusive sticker by Marcus Clewer. I still don't know how to say that. Clewer, whatever. This book was very fun. I also gave it a 4 stars, but it could be higher. Like, I still like have to think about it. I have to look up like a Reddit or something about the theories that people have of this book, because I just need to know. I just need to know what the people are thinking. This book was fucky. I loved the main character, Eve, and the family was fun. It was weird. It was giving spooky. There were some things that like didn't go anywhere, There's one thing specifically that didn't go anywhere and I don't really understand totally. But what I loved about this book, there's Morse code. And that was fun to get to each of those and then look up the Morse code and then put it on my notes. I made a whole notes app of all of it. And then there's also Morse code on the spine. I think I talked about this. That I still don't get, which is also why I need to look it up, because I don't understand the Morse code on the spine. Because it doesn't have to do with the book, I don't think. like nothing that I can figure out. But really good. 4 stars or higher. I'm still not sure, but 4 stars for sure. It's solid, great horror. I'm very excited to see what Netflix is going to do with it. I'm pretty sure Netflix has it. Then I reread The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I read this version. This was a 4.5 the first time. I'm keeping it a 4.5. This is a great book, great romance. This was so good. I'm so excited for the movie. I'm glad I reread it because there were so many things that I didn't remember happening, or like when they happened or whatever. So I'm very excited for the movie now that I remember everything. This was great. If you haven't read it, please read it. Please read it because it's so good and you'll want to read it before the movie. I mean, maybe you don't want to, but that would be a mistake. Then we had what is my 200th book of the year, Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second in the Six of Crows duology. Six of Crows is right here, right there. This book was really good. I gave it a 4.5 stars. I loved it. You guys saw a lot of my thoughts, so like I really shouldn't harp on it all, but 4.5, loved it. I like the expansion of the character dynamics, and the vibes of this world are so fun, and the way that there's references to characters from the original trilogy, Shadow and Bone trilogy, was so nice. Since I read that one first, I think it was a good decision, because or else I'd be like, okay, who are these people? You know, I don't understand how you could, well, I understand, but like I feel like a lot of things in this book hit more because of the other book. Like, you know, those characters that are like making a random appearance in this. I highly recommend the duology. I think I gave the first one 4, this is 4.5. I think if I reread, I would like them even more, but they were really good. Oh my god, I'm so tired this morning. It's September 1st when I'm filming this last part. I have to edit this video. Super thick, on Kindle Unlimited. The duology is on Kindle Unlimited if you have the hankering for fantasy. Okay, then I read Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams. I gave this a 5 stars. You guys saw I loved this book. Jack is literally ideal man for me. To me, ideal man. There's so many things that he like does for her. He supports her. And I also, Sarah Adams books are like low on the spice, like maybe a chapter or 2 and that's it. And there's so many like things I underlined in this book. Like this. Okay, I'm gonna read this. And to think you consider yourself hard to love. I kiss your temple. Loving you is the easiest thing I've ever done. I love that. I love that. I love when a man says that. I love when anyone says that. Love this book. If there's anything you take away from this video, this book. And then lastly, I said I wasn't sure if I was gonna pick it up. But then I did pick it up because I said, you know what, Maddie, you can read that in a day. And you damn well better believe that I read it in a day. Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. This was a 3 stars. This is a 3 stars. This is not a bad book. I said this in my Goodreads review. This is not a bad book. It's not a bad book. I didn't like it. I was having a horrible time, personally. Her fiance is like totally not bad for like majority of the book. Like there's some like fishy things that he does, but there's like until the last, I'm not kidding, like 20 pages, maybe 10. I was like, hello? Hello? He's like fine. There's nothing like horrible about him enough to like warrant emotional cheating, which I don't necessarily think that she did. But because she didn't really do that, to be fair, then like I didn't really, the romance at the end didn't hit so much because I was like, did you guys like I didn't feel a pull when they were interacting while she was engaged, if that makes sense. Toward the very end, I could start to feel it, but it was like, I didn't feel a lot. This is hard to describe. Again, I don't think this is a bad book. I think it's a really great book. I think some people will love this book. If you like pining, all that good stuff. If you like dual timeline, if you like a past timeline. It was great vibes, great writing. She's very good at, I also said on my Goodreads review, this is like the, what was the word? This is like the deconstruction of a marriage. Which, if you like that kind of like character study and women's fiction is what they say a lot of the times, like, I think you'll like this book. It's a lot about her identity and how she kind of got her heart broken and then shoved herself in this box to like contain herself, and then she's kind of throughout the book realizing like, where am I? Like, I wouldn't never do this. Like, I would, if it was me, I'd want to do this. And then she's kind of just compromising, like that kind of thing. Then you'll really like this, I think. But I couldn't get past the other stuff. And I like that aspect of it. I really like that aspect of it, which is why I think if you like that stuff, like, you will like this book. I'm gonna stop harping on it, but that's sometime next summer. And lastly, I didn't get to An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I really want to read this book, but I just don't think now is the time because I have so many books that I need to read. This is the only one I didn't get to. And honestly, that's pretty good because physical books I tend to read less of than Kindle books. And so this was a good push to read physical books, even though like 2 of them I was able to read on my Kindle. So yeah, that was my August TBR reading vlog wrap up. I hope you enjoyed. I try to make videos on this channel. Hopefully this one goes up pretty early on in September. I'm gonna work on it today while I catch up on the Summer I Turned Pretty. That's it. That's the video. See you next time. Sorry this is so long. Thank you for holding in there if you have.